So, you have a Captain America script for me?
Yes, sir, I do. And I got your email about needing this to set up the Avengers movie, so I thought we could call it Captain America: The First Avenger.
Oh, using a movie title as an ad for another movie is tight.
I thought you might like that.
Hell, let's push it even further and call it Captain America: Please Go See the Avengers when it comes out in theaters.
Oh, that might be pushing it a bit far, though.
Or maybe we could call it Captain America: The Avengers is gonna be so good, you guys.
Or maybe we could stick to Captain America: The First Avenger?
Okay, fine, but how about this? Instead of having a post-credit scene, we have an actual commercial for the Avengers.
That's pretty heavy-handed, but okay.
Awesome. So what happens in the movie?
Well, this guy Steve Rogers wants to fight in World War II, but he has a bunch of health problems and he's really small.
How small are we talking?
It's gonna look like we CGI'd the head of a full-grown man onto the body of a third grader.
Oh, that sounds kind of disturbing, visually speaking.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty unsettling to look at.
Wow.
Anyway, so he goes into this training camp to see if he's a good fit to be a super soldier.
Okay.
And this colonel decides to test the soldiers by throwing a fake grenade at them.
Oh my god.
And Steve Rogers jumps onto the grenade without any hesitation, so they're like, yeah, this is our guy.
Oh, and they're gonna have to cure his depression before he becomes a super soldier?
What?
I mean, without hesitation, he tried to kill himself.
No, it was like a bravery thing, not a I wanna die kind of thing.
Oh, my bad. I thought he was like, oh, here's my way out.
Anyway, so then we're gonna do the scientist thing from Iron Man 1.
What scientist thing from Iron Man 1?
Well, you know how in Iron Man 1, there's a kind-hearted scientist with a foreign accent who helps the hero get his powers and then dies immediately after?
Yeah.
Well, in this movie, we're gonna have a kind-hearted scientist with a foreign accent who helps the hero get his powers and then dies immediately after.
Are people gonna mind that we're doing the exact same thing again?
No, he's gonna have a different foreign accent.
Oh, okay. Nobody's gonna notice then.
Right.
So then what happens?
Well, then this bad guy steals the only thing of super soldier serum left. So Cap chases down his car through the streets of New York on foot, and then he dives into the water and pulls him out of a moving submarine, and he's just super powerful now.
Oh, so that colonel must be super excited that the procedure worked.
No, he's like, I have no use for you.
He says no to a guy that chased down a car on foot and pulled a guy out of a moving submarine?
That's what we're going with.
Well, okay then.
So then Steve becomes an entertainer for like 10 minutes of runtime.
Why would we have that in the movie?
Literally just to explain why he has a silly name and a costume.
Oh, okay. And is there a villain in the film?
Yes, sir, there is. And he has pretty much the same powers as Captain America, but evil.
Oh, the bad guy has the same power set as the hero? I don't think we've done that in a Marvel movie yet.
Really?
Oh, wait, no, we have, repeatedly.
Oh, should I switch it up then?
Oh, hell no.
Well, okay.
So what's this guy's name?
His name is Red Skull.
Oh, that is a really good villain name.
Yeah, it is, but most of the time people are gonna refer to him by his given name.
What's his given name?
It's Schmidt.
Oh, that is substantially less cool.
Yeah, so anyway, he's obsessed with this thing called the Tesseract.
What's the Tesseract?
It's like this glowing blue Avengers commercial that has the power of the gods.
Wow.
We're also gonna have a love story going on between Cap and this agent Peggy Carter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's gonna be the love of his life, so it could be like a recurring thing in his movies.
Wow, so how long are they together?
Not at all, actually. They kiss once.
Oh, well, in movies, I guess a single kiss does basically mean you're in love.
True, although Cap is gonna kiss someone else in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Peggy's gonna get super mad and shoot a gun at him.
Oh my god, and this is a love story for the ages?
Yeah, it's gonna be real romantic.
If you say so.
I do.
So you said this movie takes place during the Second World War. It's gonna be hard to have Cap appear in a modern-day Avengers movie.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're just gonna have him make, the most unnecessary sacrifice ever.
What do you mean?
Well, he's gonna be in a plane that has bombs in it, so he's gonna crash it into a frozen ocean.
Right, seems unnecessary to be in the plane when it crashes.
Yeah, but this way he turns into a capsicle, and at the end of the movie, we'll have him wake up in a modern-day commercial for the Avengers.
I love it.
Yeah, so, you could remove that actual commercial from the post-credit scene if you want.
No, that stays.
Fair enough.
So wait, what happens to Red Skull?
Oh, well, he's gonna touch the Tesseract, and something is gonna happen.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Like a space beam, he's gonna disappear, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I figured I'd just do that and some future screenwriter can figure out a way to make it clever.
Okay, man, we'll try to shoehorn in an explanation somewhere down the line.
Awesome, thank you. So, you have a Captain America sequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's called Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Oh, The Winter Soldier, huh? Let's see what that's all about. Yeah, I'd much prefer if you didn't Google the title. Oh, The Winter Soldier is Bucky Barnes, Cap's friend from the first movie. Yes. Was that supposed to be a twist or something? Yeah, it's like this big mystery during the whole movie. Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't put The Winter Soldier in the title. I mean, I'd have to come up with another title and everything. Yeah, I guess that is like a whole thing. Yeah, I mean, people that don't use the internet will be surprised.
surprised.
They sure will. So what's the movie about?
Oh, well, we're gonna find out that Hydra was secretly operating within S.H.I.E.L.D. this whole time, so the whole agency's compromised.
What?
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, it sounds super cool, but doesn't it kind of mess up some of the movies we've made already?
What do you mean?
Well, like that means that in the Avengers, Hydra actually had the Tesseract.
Oh, yeah, I guess they did.
Also, why would Hydra let Nick Fury put together the Avengers in the first place?
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't have allowed that to happen.
We also had Tony Stark go into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s computer in the Avengers and see all their dirty little secrets.
Yeah, I guess you would have noticed the giant evil organization lurking within.
Probably.
But it's gonna be a cool movie, though.
Oh, it is? Okay, then.
Yeah, so anyway, Hydra wants to launch these 3 helicarriers, and these things will kill people by the millions.
Okay.
And Nick Fury starts to figure out that something fishy is going on, so Hydra tries to assassinate him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, luckily everybody has horrible aim, so he does pretty well for himself.
Oh, good.
But then the Winter Soldier shows up.
Oh, Bucky shows up?
Well, yeah, but we don't know that it's Bucky yet.
Yes, we do.
And he shoots an explosive thing at Fury's car.
Why didn't they start with that?
They wanted to play with the little guns first, I guess? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Anyway, then it turns out that Nick Fury dug a hole in the ground and escaped through there.
Oh, holes are tight.
Ugh.
That didn't sound good at all, did it?
Not at all, sir.
My bad. So anyway, I guess Bucky chases him down the hole?
No, that's where the scene's gonna end.
But isn't Nick Fury all banged up? He can't have gotten far in a little tunnel.
The scene's over. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, okay then.
Anyway, so then Nick Fury's gonna go to Cap's apartment and be like, hey buddy, S.H.I.E.L.D. is compromised.
Oh.
And then he's gonna get shot and he's gonna die.
For real?
Of course not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So then Hydra is suspicious of Cap and they try to take him out when he's leaving S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters.
Oh, so they're gonna shoot him or something?
No, they're gonna send some guys to try to take him down in hand-to-hand combat.
Seems like a pretty dumb strategy.
Yeah, like this is Captain America. Obviously don't try that.
Does it work though?
Of course not.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, Cap is gonna jump out of an elevator and escape on a motorcycle.
Very exciting.
But then an attack plane thing is gonna get in his way.
Oh man, is it gonna be hard for him to take down an attack plane thing?
No, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're gonna do this cool thing where physics stop mattering.
We are?
Yeah, he's gonna jump from his motorcycle to the plane thing. Then he's gonna basically play pinball with his shield, which by the way is a boomerang now.
Wow.
And later he's gonna meet up with Black Widow and she's just gonna keep asking him about his love life the whole movie.
She's a girl.
Yeah, and they're gonna find out that Zola kept his consciousness alive in a computer system from the 70s.
Zola is in one of the bad guys from the first Captain America movie?
Yeah.
Wow, nobody really ever dies in Marvel movies, huh?
Yeah, do you think that's gonna be less and less surprising every time we do it?
I mean, as long as we don't get too crazy with it, like let's not bring back Red Skull one day or something.
Yeah, that would definitely be overdoing it.
Oh yeah, that'd be weird.
Anyway, then stuff is getting really bad, so they need to find someone they can trust to help them out.
Oh, so who do they go to?
Well, obviously they get in touch with the Avengers.
No.
What?
This movie doesn't have the budget for Avengers. You're already pushing it with Black Widow.
But we've established that they all exist in the same universe and they trust each other.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Man, it feels like it's gonna be hard to make solo movies now that the Avengers came out.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think we're heading to space with the Guardians of the Galaxy this year?
Alright, I guess I'll throw in a scene where Captain America meets like a friendly guy while he's jogging or something.
And that guy'll turn out to be kind of a superhero?
I mean, I guess. Could be Falcon from the comics.
That works for me.
Well, alright then. In their time of need, they turn to a guy that Captain America met once while he was jogging.
Fantastic.
And then later we're gonna have Black Widow infiltrate a meeting with the head of Hydra using a high-tech face mask.
That sounds familiar.
It's from Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, that's it.
And then Cap and Bucky are gonna fight in an exploding helicarrier and Cap's gonna fall out of it into the water.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but then Bucky's gonna end up saving Cap from drowning. It's gonna be nuts.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool to watch.
Yeah, we're not gonna show that actually.
Oh.
So what do you think of the movie?
It sounds pretty good, I like it.
Yeah, you don't think destroying S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna impact anything moving forward?
I can't think of a single way that it could.
So you have that new Captain America script for me? Yes, sir, I do. Now, I should inform you there's a rumor going around Hollywood right now. Oh, what's that? Apparently this year, everybody's gonna be making movies about heroes fighting heroes. There's gonna be Batman versus Superman. In Transformers, they're gonna fight Optimus. In the new Fast and Furious, they're gonna fight Dom. Wow, it sounds like everybody's gonna be doing the same kind of crap this year. Yeah, sounds that way. So I figured we would too. Great, it's gonna be called Captain America Civil War. What's that gonna be like? It's gonna be like if a kid took out all his superhero toys and just started smashing them together. Sounds awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna have the government be mad at the Avengers about all the damage caused in Sokovia and Washington, D.C. and New York City. Wait, didn't the government try to nuke New York City? They did. And nobody's gonna bring that up? No. Okay, so anyway, they want the Avengers to sign the Sokovia Accords. That would give them all government oversight and kind of keep them in check. So Tony and some others are like, yeah, but Captain America and some others are like, no. Oh, the conflict is brewing. Yeah, it's pretty serious. It's like the Avengers are being torn up from the inside. Wow, so there's no need for a villain. Well, no, there is a villain. What does he want? For the Avengers to be torn up from the inside. Huh. His name is Zemo, and his family was killed in Sokovia. So he's gonna do like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like he's gonna bomb the United Nations and frame Bucky for it. Wow. Yeah, and that's gonna kill the King of Wakanda, so Black Panther's gonna wanna kill Bucky too. Oh, Black Panther is in this? Yeah. Wow, there is a lot going on. Oh yeah, the movie's gonna be super stuffed. So like half the movie is gonna be setting up future movies. At least. I love it. And we're also gonna have this huge fight at an airport that's gonna involve—
Oh, sorry, just a second. Hello? Really? We did? Well, that's great news. Yeah, no, we'll put him in there for sure. Thank you.
What's up?
Okay, so I just got word that we can now use Spider-Man in the MCU.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Right? So let's shove him in there somehow.
In Civil War?
Yeah, we could have Tony recruit him onto his team for that airport fight.
Do you think people are gonna mind that doesn't make much sense?
What do you mean?
Well, Tony's whole thing in this movie is about superheroes being more responsible.
Right.
So we probably shouldn't have him recruit an untrained child and throw him into a fight with the world's most powerful heroes and put him in mortal danger.
Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. It doesn't make too much sense, but also look at it this way. It's Spider-Man.
No, yeah, that's a good point.
People love Spider-Man.
They do.
Oh, and I'm gonna get somebody really hot to play Aunt May.
Really? To play Aunt May?
Yeah, well, I mean, what two words come to mind when you think of the character Aunt May?
I don't know, old lady?
Sex symbol, exactly.
That's... okay.
Hey, while we're at it, let's throw Ant-Man in here.
How would we do that?
Just toss him onto Captain America's team.
Wasn't his whole movie about not wanting to go to jail and jeopardize things with his daughter?
Yeah, pretty much.
But we're gonna have him jump onto the side of international fugitives, no questions asked.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Hey, toss Hawkeye in there too.
But he retired to be with his family.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that though. I don't care.
Gotcha.
I mean, if we're gonna overstuff this movie, let's go all out.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So what happens at this airport fight?
Well, I figure we just give every character a couple of one-liner jokes, maybe 1 or 2 fight scenes each, and call it a day.
Sounds like a classic Marvel fight.
But I was thinking, because, you know, somebody should get hurt during a fight with the world's most powerful heroes, that maybe we kill War Machine at the end.
No.
No?
No, none of that things having consequences business.
Okay, can he be injured, maybe? It just feels like something should happen.
Fine, he can get hurt, but he has to be in recovery at the end of the movie.
Thank you.
But that's it though, no more consequences.
I promise nothing else will have much impact on anything at all.
Good, so how does it end?
Well, you know that bad guy I mentioned earlier?
Yeah?
Well, he's gonna have this thing where other than a minor hiccup at the beginning, everything's just gonna kind of go his way.
What do you mean?
Okay, so because Natasha released some Hydra files, he knows that something happened in 1991 involving the Winter Soldier. So he tries to find out what it is by interrogating this Hydra dude, but it doesn't work.
The hiccup?
Right, but from that point on, everything's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
I'm listening.
So he decides he needs to interrogate Bucky himself, but Bucky is in hiding. So he bombs the United Nations and frames Bucky to kind of flush him out.
Wouldn't being framed just send him deeper into hiding?
You'd think so, but it works almost immediately.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so then Zemo kills a psychiatrist that's supposed to interview Bucky and takes his place.
Isn't anyone familiar with the psychiatrist they hired, or at the very least nobody looks like?
You'd think so, but luckily for Zemo, apparently nobody does.
Okay.
Then he finds out what the 1991 thing was, and luckily for him, it involves the Winter Soldier and Tony's parents.
That's convenient.
Very. And then luckily for him, Captain America decides to go against everybody, and somehow he and Bucky manage to escape together. Then luckily for Zemo, everybody follows him to Siberia. And there's an actual videotape of Bucky killing Tony's parents in 1991 because luckily for him, there was a security camera in that exact spot in the middle of a forest road, and for some reason Hydra decided to keep it in their records. And then Tony sees it, and luckily for him, even though Tony now knows that the Winter Soldier was brainwashed and framed and not actually responsible, he immediately loses his mind and tries to kill both Bucky and Cap.
Wow, that's all super lucky.
So then there's a fight, but at the last minute, Cap doesn't kill Tony.
You're damn right he doesn't.
So then they're like, well, we're not friends anymore. anymore, but also we're still friends and call me anytime. I love it. You think it's gonna do well? Well, I'm looking at this as kind of a test. What do you mean? I have this theory that stuffing more and more characters into our movies translates to more money at the box office. Interesting. Yeah, and so if this movie does well, we can just go crazy with it. Fingers crossed.
So, you have a new Marvel show for me?
Yes, sir, I do. It's gonna be called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay. What characters is it gonna follow?
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That explains the title. Great work so far.
Yeah, and so Sam is struggling with the fact that Steve Rogers left him the shield, right? So he gives it to a museum.
Oh, okay.
And Bucky's dealing with some government-mandated therapy and hanging out with his buddy, this really old guy, Yori Nakajima.
Oh, that's cute.
Whose son he murdered. Oh my god. Yeah, well, he did it while he was brainwashed, and he's kind of building up the courage to tell Yuri about it as part of his recovery.
So he's like trying to get over having been the Winter Soldier?
Exactly, and so then the government names this guy John Walker as the new Captain America. Oh, I hate this guy already. Actually doesn't seem like such a bad guy. Oh, but he's such a bad guy.
Okay.
But he's not that bad eventually, kinda. But not great.
Oh, I don't know how to feel about this guy, but I'm captivated.
Anyway, so then we're gonna find out about this terrorist organization called the Flag Smashers.
And what's their deal?
Well, they want the world to go back to the way it was before everyone was snapped back, because everything's all messed up now.
Messed up how?
Well, this organization called the Global Repatriation Council are trying to get things back the way they were before the blip, because now people are living in each other's houses, there are refugees, it's a mess.
And so what's their plan?
Oh, well, about 20 of them have taken super soldier serum, and their plan is to get out there and go get it done.
What? They're gonna head out there, go
get it all taken care of. I don't get what? Listen, sir, they have a vague plan, probably. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about what it is exactly.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing.
Anyway, so their leader's this surprisingly young lady, Carly Morgenthau, and she wears a mask and she's like mean, but you kinda get where she's coming from. It's just that her methods are questionable.
Oh, sounds a lot like that Enfys Nest character from Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Oh yeah, I guess it does. Well, we'll make sure to make it different enough.
Okay, good. Who should we get to play her?
How about that Enfys Nest actress from Solo: A Star Wars Story? Oh yeah, she's great. Good call.
Great. So what's her deal? Why does everybody look up to her?
Well, because she keeps saying things like, our movement is strong.
Okay.
It's time to make ourselves heard.
All right, is she like super charismatic or something?
No, she just quietly says vague things, and everyone's really into that, apparently.
Well, okay then. So what else is going on in the show?
Oh, well, we're gonna tackle some really important topics like racism in America.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we're gonna have this whole storyline with this old African-American super soldier, Isaiah Bradley, that the government did tests on. Really heavy stuff.
Wow, yeah, important stuff to tackle for sure.
Yeah, also Baron Zemo's gonna do a little dance.
What?
Well, we gotta balance out some of the heavier stuff with some lighter stuff, so Baron Zemo's gonna hit the dance floor.
Okay, what's Zemo doing in the show anyway?
Well, Bucky and Sam realize they need his help, so they break him out of jail, and he's much sassier now.
Well, great.
Yeah, so they head to this city called Madripoor, because they want to find out where the super soldier serum's being made.
Right.
And while they're there, they're gonna meet Sharon Carter. She's from the movies.
She is,
And there's this mysterious person in Madripoor called the Power Broker, and we don't know who it is.
Is it Mephisto?
What? No.
Sorry, I'm still a little riled up from the WandaVision pitch.
No, this Power Broker person seems to be a very influential person in Madripoor. They're pulling a bunch of strings, they have crazy access to stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, so Sharon Carter seems to be a pretty influential person in Madripoor. She's pulling a bunch of strings, she has crazy access to stuff.
Oh, so Sharon is the Power Broker. What? No.
I feel like with the clues you've laid out, though, it's not. Nobody knows who the Power Broker is.
I feel like it's pretty obviously her, though.
Also, Zemo's gonna put on his purple mask from the comics.
Oh, why does he put that on?
Because it's gonna look good in the trailers.
Can't argue with that.
And so the Flag Smashers, they start doing really intense stuff, like they bomb this GRC headquarters place, kill a bunch of innocent people.
Oh.
Carly straight up calls Sam's sister and threatens his nephews.
So she's like full-on evil.
No, actually, we're gonna act like she's misunderstood. I don't know, seems pretty intense.
Yeah, we're gonna act like she's misunderstood.
If you say so. So eventually her and the Flag Smashers are gonna fight against Walker and his partner Lamar, and we're gonna see that Walker's taken some super soldier serum.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, and one of Carly's people is holding Walker because their plan is to stab him to death because he's a symbol, but then Carly accidentally kills Lamar.
Oh no.
Yeah, so then Walker runs over to Lamar and the Flag Smashers, they all run away.
Well, why don't they finish the job and kill Walker like they were trying to do?
Well, because this part of the scene is over, so they scatter.
Oh, okay.
And then Walker gets all mad and he kills that guy that was holding him so Carly could stab his heart.
Okay, seems pretty reasonable.
It's not actually, because the bad guy was down and a bunch of people people were watching. Right, yeah, no, killing is bad, but Bucky and Sam have killed bad guys too, right? Oh no, they do for sure, but this guy was down and he was like, please don't kill me, so it's different. Maybe some of the people Bucky and Sam killed would have said that too if they hadn't died so quickly. I guess we'll never know. Cause they died. Cause they died, yeah. So then Walker gets fired as Captain America and he starts to make his own shield. Oh, I bet that's gonna come into play later. Yeah, no, not really though. It gets smashed immediately when he starts fighting with it. Right, that wasn't vibranium, I guess that makes sense. It's just kind of a metal circle really, but we're gonna hype it up in a post-credit scene. Sure, why not? So Sam is gonna start training with the real shield, you know, how to lodge it into things, how to make it bounce and come back. Yeah, how does the shield work exactly? Well, it works however I need it to in whatever action bit I'm writing. Okay, great, that makes sense. So anyway, by the finale, the Flag Smashers are gonna have a pretty clear objective. Oh, they are? Yeah, they're gonna kidnap a bunch of GRC senators so they can't pass a resettlement vote. And so Carly sets a truck of hostages on fire. Okay, so we're done trying to paint her in a sympathetic light, right? No, we're still trying. She's okay. And get this, we're gonna find out that Sharon is the power broker. Right, yeah, I figured that out. No, you didn't. Who else would it have? This is a big twist that I wrote. Okay. So then Sam is gonna show up and he has this new Captain America flight suit that the Wakandans made for him. Oh, he does? Yeah, this thing's great. He's fully protected except the top of his head where his brain is. Oh, protecting everything except your brain cage is tight. And so Sam's gonna have to save a helicopter full of hostages. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for him to take out the pilot and make sure the chopper doesn't crash. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it turns out one of the kidnapped senators on board that very helicopter knows how to fly the helicopter, so she takes over. Oh, hey, yeah, that worked out great. It sure did. And so eventually Carly's gonna be trying really hard to kill Sam because she's a sympathetic character, and then Sharon's gonna shoot her dead, so it's very sad. Is it? And then Sam's gonna carry her body because it's definitely a sad moment, and then he's gonna talk to some senators. Oh, he is? Yeah, he's gonna be like, stop calling the Flag Smashers terrorists. Well, I mean, they literally used violence and intimidation against civilians in pursuit of political aims, which is, you know, the definition of terrorism. Yeah, well, Sam's gonna tell them to not say that, and then he's gonna keep lecturing them for 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. And one of the senators gonna be like, okay, but logistically, what are we supposed to do here? And Sam's gonna be like, do better, Senator. Oh, you know, that does sound like it's gonna help a lot. It is. Wow, 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 wow. And so then Sam's gonna make sure that Isaiah's story gets told. Nice. And then Bucky's gonna go talk to Yuri and tell him what he did to his son. Oh, it's gonna be nice to see how that plays out. Then we cut away. Oh. Yeah, we get out of there fast. Kinda wish you let that moment breathe. Nope, I'm already gone before we even get to see the moment I've been building up to all season. Okay. And then during the end credits, we're gonna have the title card say Captain America and the Winter Soldier, so that's gonna be a nice moment for Sam, you know? Hasn't Bucky's whole arc been about not being the Winter Soldier anymore? Yeah, I guess I could have changed his title too, huh? Whoops. Whoopsie. So what do you think? Well, it sounds great. I'm just not sure about that Baron Zemo dancing thing. That seems like a weird thing to include. Well, I keep seeing this gif of Thanos twerking online, so I feel like the internet's really gonna like it. Okay, I mean, we could include a second of it, and if people want more, we could release that online. So, you have a new Captain America movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So the last time we saw Sam Wilson was in his Disney Plus show, and he solved everything by telling a senator to do better. Oh yeah, that was so iconic, the way he was like, you're not very good at your job. Is he gonna save the day with a speech to a politician in this one too? Well, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, he totally is. Oh my god, this is why people watch superhero projects. Yeah. So tell me about this thing. Well, what if I told you that part of the plot revolves around mining rights? I would scream. Part of the plot revolves around mining rights. Oh my god. So what kind of mining rights? Well, remember in the Eternals there was a giant celestial head that popped out of the earth and then we never spoke about it again? Introducing concepts and characters and not referencing them again is part of the brand now. Right, well I figure we start tying up some of these loose ends, so turns out the celestial head is full of adamantium. That's the stuff Wolverine uses to stab people. It is, so the president of the United States frickin' wants a treaty about this stuff. And who's the president? Thaddeus Ross, remember him? Yeah, kinda. And also remember Dr. Samuel Stearns from The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago? Oh yeah, we teased something about him back in the day, didn't we? We did, and in this movie, we're gonna pay it off. Let the tease ripen for a couple of decades, sure. Yeah, and so President Ross is a little sad because he's now estranged from his daughter Betty Ross. Remember her from The Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago? Wait, is this a Captain America sequel or an Incredible Hulk sequel? Well, sir, that's none of your business. What? So anyway, Captain America and Falcon get invited to this summit by the president, and they bring that old super soldier Isaiah Bradley with them. Okay. But then then during the summit, he and a couple of other people get mind controlled and try to kill the president. Oh no, how'd they get mind controlled? Well, turns out Stearns has a big old scrotum brain now, because he was exposed to Bruce Banner's blood in the Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago. Did you say scrotum brain? And he's so smart, he can do all kinds of things, like calculate probabilities real good. Oh, so he's like always right about the things that are gonna happen? Rarely, if ever. Oh, okay. So anyway, Isaiah Bradley gets arrested, and this former Black Widow, who's the head of Ross's security, she stops the other mind-controlled people. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna cast someone distractingly small to play her. Great. Wait, what? Why? So then what happens? Well, Sam starts to investigate, and he gets ambushed by Sidewinder from the Serpent Society, who he had a little run-in with earlier in the movie. Okay. So then there's gonna be this cool action scene where it's gonna be like, oh no, is Captain America gonna be able to beat up this guy in his mid-60s? Is he? He is. Beating up senior citizens is tight. So through that guy, they find out about this old black site where they find old scrotum brain Samuel Stearns. Please stop saying that. Yeah, and so it turns out that President Ross had like fully blamed the events of the Incredible Hulk almost 20 years ago on Stearns and kept him imprisoned here. Why? Well, he made him use his intelligence to help make him president, and then he said he'd pardon him, but he totally didn't. Rude. Yeah, and so Stearns is pretty upset about that and wants to sabotage him. Kinda understandable. So Stearns mind controls some fighter pilots and creates a big old conflict with Japan around the Celestial Island. Uh-oh. So Captain America surfs on a missile and saves the day, but Falcon gets hurt. Oh. Yeah, because I don't really want him in the third act of the movie. Why not? Well, because this is a Captain America movie. It's his journey. He's the one who has to be present while Thaddeus Ross has a character arc. Got it. But before that third act, Bucky Barnes is gonna show up. Oh boy, they're gonna team up again? No, he just gives Sam a little pep talk and leaves. He's gotta go. Oh, he's not gonna help out. No, he's busy. He's got other stuff to do. Okay. So anyway, then there's gonna be this big reveal that Stearns was actually giving Ross little doses of gamma radiation through these heart pills he was making for him. And what does that mean? It means that the frickin' president's gonna turn into frickin' Red Hulk. Oh, there's our trailer right there. Wait, no. There's our poster. There's our marketing. Well, this whole movie's kind of leading up to that as a big reveal. Big Red Hulk. Oh boy, that's a movie people want to see. That really takes the wind out of my air sails. Hulk smash! Okay, so anyway, all the Secret Service agents, they start shooting at the Hulk, but that's not doing anything. They just immediately start firing at the president. They do. Huh. So now Captain America starts fighting him, and he brings them over to these cherry blossoms where Ross said he used to go with his daughter. Okay. And he tries to talk him down, but it doesn't work. He is simply too angry and hulky. Yikes, well, gonna be tough to beat him now. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, cause see, they're gonna fight a little bit, and then Sam's gonna talk him down. Didn't he just try that? Well, yeah, but this time it works. Why? Because. Well, okay then. So then he resigns as president and voluntarily puts himself inside that big raft prison, and his daughter's gonna show up to visit him. Well, if we're gonna have a Betty Ross cameo, why not have her be the one to show up at the cherry blossoms and have that be the reason the speech works this time? Hey, shut up. And so Stearns. Oh yeah, what happened with Stearns? How did they stop him? Oh, he turned himself in. He's all done. Oh, he did? Yeah, the movie's done, so he stopped trying to do stuff. Well, that's nice of him. Oh, he is gonna have a post-credit scene where he's in the raft and he tells Sam, hey, did you know there are gonna be more movies in the future? Stuff's gonna happen. Very cool. Hey, should we have Bruce Banner show up since this movie seems to be wrapping up a bunch of his storylines? No. Okay. So what do you think? Oh, I mean, we've got Captain America, we've got a big old Red Hulk. I think Marvel is back, baby. Yeah, people are gonna go nuts for this. Hi, this is Ryan George from The Thing You Just Watched. Please enjoy this slideshow from The Thing You Just Watched.